Hello, everybody. Welcome. Nice to finally have you in my lab here today. My brand new lab. I'm so excited. We're going to have a lot of fun today, about 30 minutes of non-stop action. And I want to really make sure that your holidays are going to be slim and lose a lot of weight and still eat healthy. So, how do you like my new lab, first of all? I'm so excited. Look at all the stuff we made and we prepared here for you today. The doc was on here last week. He gave you a little introduction of what's going on. And, we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you. Actually, I have a special guest here with me today as well. Desiree, she's going to be helping me out a little bit, doing a little taste test. And we're going to have a lot of fun. What I wanted to do is really talk about our sugar intake that we're taking really quickly. I know the Doc really goes into the science of this, and I wanted to just bring a little bit more intuition and how you can actually bring this sugar into your diet, or into your food, into your daily foods. So the first thing that we want to talk about is our allulose sugar that we have. And it's awesome. It's an awesome replacement to really use in all of your products at home. seriously, guys, this is something you want to like consider, like replacing. Like I had my wife make a pumpkin pie last night. I said, I'm replace the entire sugar with allulose. And you know, it is just such a great replacement because when you're eating it, you know, you feel a lot better because of it. Sugar will spike, you know, and will spike above pressure. And I want to tell you, it makes a difference when you go up and down in sugar. So I really, really highly recommend utilizing allulose. It's a white powder that you can see right there that you're basically using almost as sugar. It is less sweet than sugar, so but that's okay. You know, those are the sacrifices you have to make. You know, and those are the things that you have to do in order to change your intake, your diet, and make sure that you're eating better. You know, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to one of my friends. One of my chefs actually had a double bypass, and just a couple of days ago. You know, and I want to tell you, this is all the way we eat. This is the way we eat. You know, if we can keep our sugar levels out of our body, we'll be a lot better. We got a very busy holiday season coming up, and all of you want to cook our Thanksgiving meal. You want to cook the you know, bring everybody for Christmas, for Hanukkah, and every holiday that we have coming up. So let's make our food healthier, and let's make our food the same tasting with a lot of different ingredients, okay, with good ingredients. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks here. What we're going to do is everybody's going to have apple pie, right? So I'm going to do like a quick version of an apple pie. I prepared like a little individual serving. Like you can see, it's like about, I would say about maybe like a 6-ounce serving. Fresh cut apples inside of there. I used a regular pie dough. It's totally okay to go to the store and use a pie dough that's already made, or use your favorite. And then basically I really love utilizing individual cups. I don't like to cut a slice of pie, it all gets sloppy. I love when I can do a little individual serving like this with a little ice cream maybe on top of it. But that's really the way I like to go forward. I'm gonna make a actual apple pie directly in here, individual serving. I'll show you how easy that really is. So just take a little pie dough that's from your store, your favorite. I can't mention any particular brands, and just kind of flatten it out a little bit. Take your cup like this, and because it's going to go inside, just kind of cut around, like almost like the depth of your pie dish or your cup. And we're going to go around just like that. And I love to, don't throw out these scraps because you definitely want to use those for the toppings. Okay? Turn it back over, and you can take a little bit of olive oil, which we also happen to have, and just put a little drop of it in there. Take your hand and kind of like blend it all the way around so you can get that crust really nice and crispy inside and outside. Kind of whip your hand in there a little bit like that. Place your pie dough like this on top, and look how easy this is. You kind of like fold it inside. You don't have to like, this is not like super science that we're doing here. This is making something delicious, and everybody, look how easy it is just to kind of get that in there, right? And leave it like that. I absolutely love when it looks like authentic and homemade instead of something that you pulled out of the box. Okay? Push it all down a little bit. And now you can already start by taking a little bit of the caramel that we have, which is like, this is like awesome. This caramel, it is like off the chain, and we're like selling a load of it. It tastes great, but with half of the calories. So that's the beauty of it. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, I used to make caramel all the time, and you know, caramel is made with butter. It's made with a lot of sugar. This is again made with allulose. This has lots of fiber in it. This is like half the calories that regular you would have in caramel. So why not? That's my question. So I'm going to take a little caramel and put it on the bottom of my apple pie. Like a tablespoon or so, okay? We don't want to overdo it, okay? I'm going to take a bowl here, and the recipe will be provided. Also, take the allulose sugar. It's about like 3 tablespoons. Some cinnamon in there as well. A little bit of flour. Okay. And a touch of like nutmeg. I'll tell you one thing, if you anything with nutmeg is makes things better. Okay, and a dash of salt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this up just with my hands. This is now with, you can also add a touch of brown sugar to it if you like. You can add like some additional spices that you specifically like. Sometimes I use a pumpkin spice in here as well and put it inside. But blend that up real nice. Okay, so you don't have any like possible lumps in there. You can also sift it through. You see how nice? Oh, it smells so good. That's just a beautiful spice. Now I'm going to take apples. There's about 2 apples in here, chopped. And then kind of put them all inside. And then toss your sugar, or your allulose, I should say, and the cinnamon mixture all around, making sure that all the apples are totally covered. The flour in there kind of binds it all together, makes it nice and gooey. The caramel in this pie is absolutely unbelievable. It really, really tastes good. All right, so I'm going to take this apple now. Oops, last one there. And just kind of place it inside and put a lot of it in there, okay? Don't be shy. This is a Granny Smith apple, by the way. I love utilizing these. If anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate. I can take them. Push them down into your... And I like to actually... apple pie always sort of kind of retracts down a little bit after baking. So you want to kind of like pile it up high so you have a real nice look to the apple pie. All right, just like that. Hang in there. We're far from being done. And so now we have our apple pie filled. What we're going to do is now we're going to put a little bit more of our caramel on top, of course. Like I said, this caramel is like amazing. Just like that. This caramel will then seep down. Look at that, a little bit. Give it a couple taps like this down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one more. Out of the pie dough. I know you know this. I know everybody uses this for the holidays. And what we're going to do is we're going to give this a lattice top. Again. And I cut them nice and thick like this. Cut from some strips. And basically take these strips and just kind of go over top just like that. And yes, I am focusing on making sure that it is correct. Take the other side. Go like on a bias. Everybody likes that nice crust on there. And then you're wondering, how am I going to get the ends off? Simply take your hand and kind of push it gently on first. And then you can kind of like, with your hands, push it so tight to your cup that it is almost like you're rubbing it off. Look at that. Okay, now I showed Desiree earlier how to make the rose. Do you want to make that, Desiree? You want to make the rose again on there? Or you want to check it out? I mean, it's like real simple to make. And what I like to do is, a lot of people brush it over here. Come over here. We're going to make a flower on here. Hi, say hi to Desiree over here, everybody. She's gonna help us out a little bit, but I'm gonna brush this. Desiree, if you want to just brush this beautiful pie. Oh, my jacket came over. And you can take a cutter. Just kind of cut some round disc out like this. And if anybody needs to get another, cut like 6 or 7. And then all you're doing is doing the fast version of this flour. Just like that. Don't throw away the crust like this because you can use this. Remember how we're going to use, I want to show you a quick technique. Wait, watch this one right here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a double roast, double flour. Let's get this on the side. And I'll show you this when it comes out. We're going to basically just flatten this out like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to roll it up. So this is the quick version. You saw the fast version. So if you can see this real small, tiny, I just like to decorate it up a little bit, you know, and then stick it right on top right here. And done deal. So this is the way the apple pie comes out on an individual dish. You can make small or you can make larger. Do you like this size?
Looks beautiful.
Would you be able to finish that?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, I'm going to take a little bit of the allulose. And what you can do is, I like, you know, people sprinkle sugar on top. The allulose, like I said, functions the same way. And what we're going to do is we're going to just put a little bit of the allulose on top, which makes it a really nice color after it caramelizes, you know. So anyway, so if we understand making this apple pie just like that, very simple. The next thing we're going to do, and we'll show you how to make simple caramel popcorn with some peanuts. So we can move on with taking, look, this is our regular popcorn that we have. How simple is that to make? Microwave popcorn, throw it in a popcorn. It is not, it's as easy as that, okay? Desiree, you want to do this or?
Very good. Yeah,
or some caramel on there?
help you out with that.
Okay, so again, this caramel right here, so delicious. I mean, you can eat it with your spoon, dip with the cookies. Give it a quick round like that, perfect. And that's it. And I'm going to actually, I'm going to use a glove to kind of like stir it up a little bit.
That's a good idea. It's messy.
You know, and you can kind of like give it a little swirl around like this. You see the caramel kind of runs through. Take a little bit of sea salt. Yeah, take a little sea salt on there, right? And kind of, use your fingers. Yeah. And kind of like sprinkle it on top of there.
That's a much better idea.
And beautiful. Perfect. You know, you get that nice salt watching TV and little caramel, and you can make your own. Look how beautiful this is. And then throw a couple of peanuts. Do you like peanuts?
Yes.
I love peanuts. You know, we'll put a couple of peanuts on there.
Adding all the crunch.
Done deal. And you could leave it in the bowl like this, or if you have guests that you want to serve, you know, just put it on a plate for them, and you're good to go. I'm going to leave it just like that. Bon appetit, everybody. This is simple. You want to try it? Let's give it a shot. Give it some nice caramel.
It's good.
Look at that, how that all sticks together. You can't get it any easier than that. Caramel with half the calories. All made with this allulose. It's really, really cool stuff, right? Isn't that good?
Very
Get
good.
a peanut like that. Awesome. And it's beautiful warm, too. What I do suggest is if you want it nice and runny a little bit, just kind of stick it into the microwave for like a couple of minutes. Makes it easy to pour it out. Obviously, the caramel starts to get hard after a while, or firm.
Definitely.
And so you want to like soften it up a little bit. Cool?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Good job.
Thank you. I'll call you back in a couple minutes here. Give me a hand on tasting. So just to give everybody a heads up, the next thing that we're going to do is my kind of like favorite. And I know we already had a tasting in here earlier. We had a banana. We made a simple bananas Foster's and with ice cream and caramel on there. And it was really, really good. So I want to do this with you guys. I'm going to turn on my stove right here and get it going. Take some simple bananas. We're going to warm up this caramel again in our saucepan. Take about like 3 tablespoons, 3.5 tablespoons in there. as much as you like. It depends on how many people are coming for service, how many people you're gonna have. If you can put the whole can inside if you like, and then start warming it up, but just don't kill it. Don't overdo it on the temperature. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the banana, and the way I like to do is I like to actually leave it in the skin like this and kind of like use the skin kind of like as like a little cushion to cut the bananas. Okay, when the caramel comes to a nice heat right here, I'm gonna do one more banana because I know everybody's gonna share it in here. They're all getting hungry, as you can tell. Cut it up, open the banana again, just bum, 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 cut it up, no big deal. Okay, you see how the caramel is nice and getting gooey in here? I'm gonna take this, actually, I think I'm gonna use a little bit more. Okay, caramel. So I can turn it around a little bit, oops. Turn it around a little bit, and then take your bananas. You see how you can use this as your vessel? There. Take another one. And when they make it at actual Brennan's, let me see, it's right here. Okay, I have it already in there. Give it a quick turn. You can leave the bananas intact like that. Don't mush them up. Okay, you can take it and just kind of toss it around. But we're going to top it up with a little bit of rum, of course. We're going to put a little rum in there. And we're going to also, I'm going to torch it. I'm going to flambe it. I already have some ice cream ready. So this is like some low-fat vanilla ice cream, okay, of course. Get it nice and hot. You can see how this is like, get the caramel all the way around. Make that banana nice and hot. Don't leave it just like lukewarm, because you want to really make sure that it melts the ice cream. So when you have that, I'm going to take, everybody always loves this. Take a little bit of and then you can cook off, you can kind of cook off the rum a little bit. That was about it. Maybe a little bit more. We like rum. You can also use Mayor's rum. Got to be nice and hot. You can see that flame right there, beautiful. And then kind of like take this beautiful banana with ice cream mixed. Can't get any better than that. The caramel will start to get thicker, so you can hurry up and kind of like put a couple of like strawberries, dress it up a little bit. A couple of raspberries in between, maybe. Don't have to. I just like it. And Desiree, I know you're screaming over there. You want to come over and try a little powdered sugar? Look at it. First, you take the lid off.
Wow, look how beautiful.
Right?
Looks great.
And did you bring a fork, or are you just going to eat like that? Okay, I'll hook you up. Hold on a second. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Give that a shot. And this is like, you take it with this. I mean, I love the rum. It's spot on, right?
Oh, yeah, really good.
I tell you one thing, the dessert is such an easy dessert. And if you use this caramel, I mean, like again, half the calories is key. I mean, everybody at Thanksgiving wants to do this. Yes, they want to have an apple pie. Yes, they want to have your traditional pumpkin pie. But you know what? Change it up a little bit. Bring it to another level. I mean, there's nothing to it. So I hope you all enjoy this Bananas Fosters. And we'll move this one to the side. And I want to do some, again, another simple dessert is like, I love to just take some graham cracker cookies in a glass like this and pour some caramelized apples on there with caramel, again, of course. Take this one banana out. You can heat this up again. Hot and cold is key when making dessert. You know, everybody likes apple and ice cream together, so it's hot apple. So I'm going to take some apples with cinnamon in here and kind of like, I have a whole bag of cinnamon. Let's see. Like even take a little touch of cinnamon with the caramel. Just like that. You know, apples, cinnamon. Oh, it smells so good. You can take a little rum again. Softens it up. Or take your favorite, whatever you like, you know. Cook off the alcohol a little bit. Take the apples. Place them into the caramel. And don't try to do this too fast at home. You know, you might get hurt. You know, but meaning like don't try to toss them too much. But apples, cook them up a little bit and let that cook, okay? Did we get any questions yet? No questions yet? Possible? Okay. And so when you start doing the apples, like I said, just kind of make sure you cook them up a little bit further so you don't wind up with too much of a crunch. But if you start putting, then what we're going to do is we're going to put them on top of here. The caramel runs down the crackers, and it's just going to taste amazing on it. And when you serve also the apple pie, put a little powdered sugar on top. Just like that. Okay. You can bake this if you now try to do like a how would you say, like an apple pie. You could also use them for that. Okay, let me see. We'll take these. And we're going to put some of these apples in there. You don't have to put them all. It's slightly undercooked, which is good. It's okay. I like a crunch with a cracked cookie, and they will come. Just pour the caramel all the way down. You see how it runs straight down. And we'll keep it just like that. You can, so this dessert right here, you can see the caramel will actually soften up the cookies. And what you can do at that point is take a little bit of cream and just top it off with a little cream. And again, this is about and voila. And there you have some caramelized sliced apples with graham cracker on the bottom. It's like a apple crisp. Maybe a little mint leaf here as well. All right, so that was our fourth dessert that we now did. And I think that was our last dessert. We did apple pie, popcorn, caramel apple, and bananas Fosters. So I think, you know, really what we did is really learn a good lesson of how to use this caramel, how to use the allulose in the product. Keep in mind, it is really an easy substitute to lower calories in your product. That's really what it's about. You know, if you're making cookies at home, I can tell you from my own experience, utilize allulose in your cookie recipes and you'll be amazed on how good they actually come out. You know, when all the gingerbread making is starting to happen, use the allulose. It is much better than regular sugar. You know, I wish they would start putting allulose in a lot of other products. This is why we have it available, so you can actually do it. And we're not spiking any sugars. So I hope you enjoy this show. Okay, I hope you learn from it. Please don't hesitate to come and ask for questions or anything like that. I want to give you a quick heads up for, I believe it is going to be November 5th. We're going to have another live session coming up, and I'll show you some cool stuff on the bread mix that we have developed, which is really cool. But I don't want to open up the bag too much. I want to really get you guys excited for the next time when we do it. I want to do some really cool stuff like cinnamon buns, like for the holidays, some really nice, maybe even a babka that we can do. Some really good stuff that people, when you wake up in the morning for the holidays and you want to just have something nice, fresh and warm, it's so easy to make. So come join us again for November the 5th. And thank you again. My name is Chef Schmidtke. I'm with Smart for Life, and I hope you enjoyed this class. Have a good day.